Just across the Cumberland River from those neon lights of Broadway, we welcome you inside Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. The linebacker, Jerome Baker, there to make the play. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It'll bring up 4th down. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion. And then really, it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Tennessee. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Off the play fake. Mahomes. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game. You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And it looks like he's going to have that 1st down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down. Let's go. They send the tight end in motion. Now the former Tulane star. Here's Tyjae Spears. The speed on display. He's in. Tyjae Spears. Touchdown Titans.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Once again, it's Pacheco. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
A give here to Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
He keeps it himself.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Short pass taken in by the tight end. 18 yards on the catch and run will move the chains.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And he'll get this inside the 20. A nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Here's a toss to Pacheco. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's a first carry for their running back. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down, forthcoming. Trying to pick this one up on the ground.
Go to the bud and hit lead quarter.
So we've played 1 quarter.
Red said he was gonna let me. He said he was gonna let me score 14, right?
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Here's Mahomes. That's taken in, and they will get the conversion. He's tackled down near the goal line, so it's not a touchdown, but it will be 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Pacheco. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll run with Pacheco. And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force 4th down.
Well, this seems pretty straightforward. 3rd and 1, just dial up a run play and run straight downhill. But this defense had other plans. They were ready and expecting that run, and they're able to take the ball carrier down for a loss.
And this is caught. Wow, the decision to go pays off. And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else.
Yeah.
So take away the 6 points, and it's ruled an incomplete pass. They'll start this drive on the ground with Spears. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short.
Career, Mike, this was only just starting to kind of become in vogue. Receivers would maybe get a few carries a year at most. Now, it's become commonplace throughout the NFL, and watching these results, I kind of get it. I wish we had gotten them involved as runners maybe a little bit sooner.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's gonna let this one go deep. And they are not gonna catch up to him. He will score. 82 yards. Touchdown, Tennessee. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
A handoff to Pacheco. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. They face second down and 7. A run up the middle with Pacheco. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
On the ground, here's Pacheco.
Oh, I moved him.
That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
First and 10 for Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We're back to Nashville in a moment. Down at the 12. It's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
On second down, Mahomes. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get that to Tez Walker. It's 2nd down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
This one complete to Hayward. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break. Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
A run up the middle, Spears. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. Back to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the 2nd quarter clock. Cade York and the field goal unit coming on the field. His kick is good. And the Titans going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Mahomes on 1st down. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. All right, Coach, 2nd half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. On second down, Spears. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
What can they do here on third down and 7? They motion the slot man left. On third down, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. And he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them. A handoff as they try to run it here. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player.
Let's go. Go.
On the handoff, this is Spears. And he's going to get him a first down here across midfield and down to the 45. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Here's a handoff to Spears. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And yes, that'll get it. First down, marked at the 30. A good run will keep this drive going. They'll stay on the ground. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. On second down, they run the counter. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
A third down, they'll try to get it on the ground. Cade York and the field goal unit coming on the field. Officially, a 29-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Titans will extend their third quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this one out. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Now, Mahomes. That's to the sideline and intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
What's wrong with him, Melvin?
On the toss, they'll run. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Titans will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the 2nd half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco.
Oh, he broke one.
Isaiah Pacheco. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
So,
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll begin here on the ground. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
Let's go.
They'll stick with him again. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
18 card, 18 card.
They'll look to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Here we go, shot. Ready?
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's got it at the 7. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. That's his 2nd touchdown of this one. And he's got a half dozen for the year. York now for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Titans will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
Yellow.
On 1st down, it's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Pacheco. Now inside the 25. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City. Butker now to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Chiefs are able to cut into the deficit. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line.
Go.
Now faking the give. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. It's a big one for Tennessee. 32 yards. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Come on, set. Set, go.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is 1st down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So Early first down completion. You're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike. Touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Straight ahead, it's Spears. And the Titans are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try the right side this time. And a nice run. It's down to the 5-yard line. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Titans. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
I ain't cheated him out of nothing, bro.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. First down throw, Mahomes. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, that'll do. I don't care. Just gonna move it, buddy.
First and 10 for Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Mahomes now to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute left in this one.
Yeah. Huh?
Let's go now.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
He'll drop to throw. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 21. That's good for a Titan first down. Back to throw. That is caught at the 3. And he's going to be taken down.
Think back to what they told us during the week, Mike. They said this primetime platform, this is a tremendous opportunity for us to show the entire league and put them on notice. And boy, after this performance, boy, have they ever.
They'll try to run this one in. He'll get this forward. No signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1. Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
York, good on the extra point. And the Titans stretch things out even further. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. One last shot now for Mahomes. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield.
Oh, come on, pick that up.
And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the Titans.
I had to do him like that. He
And
talked
right
all
away
that
you
shit.
can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Titans winners here in Music City as we say so long from Nashville.